Hey guys, I'm John with Hops and Brews, and I just got my shipment in from Tavour, and well, I thought I'd show you what I got. Maybe you tell me if you've had that beer or not, if it's any good. If you see something in there that you're like, do a review on that, I want to know what it tastes like. Let me know, and I might just do it. Let's take a look. So, like I said, I got a shipment in from Tavour, so let's take a look. Now, one thing you always need when doing an unboxing is an unboxing knife. And luckily, I have my unboxing axe. Ha ha! So let's take a look at what we got here. Let's get this out of the way. Let's start with Anchorage Brewing's Bite. Bite is a triple New England style IPA coming in at 9.5%, a unavailable IBUs. Brewed with Equinox, dry hop with Strata Citra and Cryo Citra. What do we got next? We got Puff Tart Dragula Apple. This beer comes in at a 4.2% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 4.29. Kettle sour with milk sugar, dragon fruit, pineapple, guava, and marshmallow. We got Adriat Theory's Ghost 860 Rebel. This beer comes in at an 8% ABV, a 30 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 4.19. The fourth in our Cobra-themed series of beers, including Resist, Rise Up, and Revolt. It picks up exactly where Revolt left off. Insane aromatic, delicious soft body, and a highly drinkable. Can you say juicy, juicy, juicy? So we got Destination Unknown, Acai, What You Did There. This is a fruited sour coming in at 4.3% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 4.15. We have 903 Rum Runner. This beer comes in at a 6.1% ABV, 8 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.98. A sour fruited goes with banana, blackberry, orange, cherry, and pineapple smoothie style goes ale. We have another Anchorage Grow Double IPA. This beer comes in at 8.4% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.94. So we have Westbrook Brewing Lassie How You Like Blueberries and Blackberries. I don't remember buying this one. This sour fruited ale comes in at 6% ABV, a 5 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 4.16. A tart berry l'acai inspired ale with copious amounts of blackberry and blueberry puree and round out with milk sugar and vanilla bean. So we have Taxman Brewing Offshore Holdings Spiced Rum Barrel Aged. Oh, that sounds delicious. This Belgian Strong Golden Ale comes in at 9% ABV, 825 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.87. Unlock the Vault, our barrel series committed to the careful, prolonged conditioning and blending of barrel-aged ales. Shift your burden with this Imperial Golden Ale brewed with lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, and fresh ginger root, and then cast away into Caribbean spice rum barrels. Enjoy immediately or store under lock and key. Whoa. So this is like a big golden crowler. by Junkyard Brewing, Shakatoner Blueberry Sour. This beer comes in at a 6% ABV, a unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 3.91. This Berliner Weiss style sour beer is conditioned on pureed blueberries. It smells like blueberry jam and tastes like a tart blueberry pastry. It might even turn your tongue purple. The snozberries taste like snozberries. So we got Faceplant into Hops, a West Coast style double IPA. This beer comes in at a 9.3% ABV, 107 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.02. This bitter throwback will have you singing hurrah. We double dry hop this big bitter boyo with Citra, Simcoe, Amarillo, and Chinook. It's beautifully clear and reminds us of face planting into a massive bouquet of dank citrusy hops. And we have Anchorage Team 10 Year. I believe this is actually their 10-year anniversary beer. This beer comes in at a 6.4% ABV, a unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.05. A double dry hopped IPA with Sabaro, Cashmere, Strata, and Mosaic hops. Okay, I had to have been drunk if I bought this again, but Urban Artifacts Spicy Pickled Beer. Again, I bought it. Why did I buy it? Why? This beer comes in at a 4.3% ABV, a 11 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 3.71. Spicy pickle, 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 spicy pickle is the description. We have Anchorage Brewing Puppy IPA. Doesn't really look much like a puppy. This beer comes in at a 6.4% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.03. A double dry hopped IPA with Strata and Mosaic. We have Leviant Brewing Tickle Parts. This beer comes in at a 7.1% ABV, a 47 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.09. Tickle Parts is an exceptionally dry-hopped New England-style IPA with low bitterness, rising hop aroma, and a feathery, soft mouthfeel. Anticipate chunks of pineapple and tender clementine juice on a palate while your nostrils are gently tickled with the aroma of thawing sorbet and other fruit juices. KCBC's Hatchet Job. This IPA comes in at an 8% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.13. Opaque straw haze in the glass. Ripe peach and apricot on the nose, with mango and clean citrus flavors throughout. Dry finish, overrun with invading hordes of Citra, Simcoe, and Amarillo hops. Decapitate and delicious. Untitled Art, Key Lime Ginger Sour. This beer comes in at a 4.5% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 3.70. Well, that's it. That's all we got. Okay, so we have Hubbard Caves Coco Van Imperial Stout. This beer comes in at a 12% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.14. An Imperial Stout with coconut and vanilla. We have Taxman Brewing's Exemption Peach Brandy Barrel Aged Belgian Style Tripel. This beer comes in at a 9% ABV, a 30 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 3.94. Unlock the Vault, our barrel series committed to the careful, prolonged conditioning and blending of barrel-aged ales. This crisp golden ale unites lemon, orange, peel, and coriander spices with flavorful Belgian esters, which blend brilliantly with bright, tangy notes of peach brandy barrels. Enjoy immediately or store under lock and key. We have Indie Brewing Company PA to LA Amber Lager. This beer comes in at a 4.4% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 3.95. Born and raised in Scranton, James and Kevin honored their craft beer palates. After moving to LA and starting Indie Brewing Company, they wanted to pay homage to their beer drinking roots. This beer is Indie's take on a classic amber lager. Enjoy. We have New Image Brewing and Listerman Brewing Virtual Tiki Party. This beer comes in at 8.5% ABV, a 30 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 3.81. A New England style IPA collabed with Listerman Brewing and Michigan Chinook, Sbarro Coconut, and Pineapple. We have the Brewing Project's Puff Tart XL Imperial Sour, Raspberry, Rhubarb, Guava, and Marshmallow. This beer comes in at a 7.23% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.30. Puff Tart Extra Large Imperial Sour, malt beverage with raspberry, rhubarb, guava, and marshmallow flavors. Zaftig Brewing Company, Cats in Space. This New England style IPA comes in at a 10% ABV, a 38 IBUs, and gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.13. Brewery Cat Hops is still spacey from last night, coming out of a pineapple and mango haze. She also recalls subtle pine and fruity esters delivered by this double dry hopped New England style IPA. With over 4 pounds of Galaxy hops per barrel, this brew got her floating. Next time, she thinks maybe co-pilot and pants are a good idea. We have 903 Brewing, Sex on the Beach, Cranberry, Tangerine, and Peach Sour Gose. This sour fruited gose comes in at a 6.2% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs, and gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.12. Smoothie style gose ale with cranberry, tangerine, and peach. We have Main and Mill Fruited Smoothie Sour, Peaches. This fruited sour ale comes in at a 7% ABV, a 4 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.20. A kettle sour with peaches, vanilla, and lactose. We have Destination Unknown Coastal IPA. This milkshake IPA comes in at a 7% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.16. Brewed with mango, lactose, coconut, and vanilla. So, any normal, sane person would say, well, that's a lot of beer. Well, let's open box number 2, shall we? Need our trusty axe. Oh. We have 903 Brewery's Triple Berry Slushy. This sour fruited ale comes in at a 6.2% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.45. Loaded full of blueberry, raspberry, and blackberry with vanilla and lactose. We have Anchorage Brewing Devour Me. This IPA comes in at a 6.4% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs, and gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.03. A India Pale Ale with passion fruit and guava, double dry hopped with Strata, Vic Secret, and Citra hops. We have Image Notion, Never Too Many Rainbows. This Imperial Double Milkshake IPA comes in at a 7% ABV, a unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.12. Pineapple Milkshake New England IPA. And we have Hitchhiker Brewing Company, Facts About Cats. This beer comes in at 8% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.15. A double dry hop IPA with lactose, wakadu, and citra. Ooh. We have Anchorage Brewing's Wendigo. This barley wine comes in at a 15.5% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.58. This is our black barley wine. Same base recipe as our wax can Omnipoloscope beer, but double oaked. 6 months in Willet bourbon barrels, then transferred to Woodfall reserved double oaked barrels for an additional 7 months. And it's wax dipped in glow-in-the-dark wax. We have Adriat Theories Black Science. This Belgian strong dark ale comes in at a 15% ABV, a 40 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.48. A cuvee blend of barrel-aged barley wine, stout, and quad, conditioned on a Cabano roast coffee and hazelnuts and toasted coconut and bourbon barrel-aged honey. So we have Stable 12 Brewing, Super Smash Brothers, Lime, and Coconut. This New England style IPA comes in at a 6.4% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 3.87. Our beloved Super Smash Brothers New England style IPA conditioned on lime peel and coconut, the second edition of our 4-part Super Smash Brothers series. Okay, so next we have Anchorage Catch. This New England style IPA comes in at a 6.4% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.08. Brewed and dry hopped with 100% Strata hops, fermented with guava. We have Hardwood Parks Brewery Mamaus Mean Cobbler, a Belgian style fruit ale with peach and spices. This Belgian Tripel comes in at an 8.2% ABV, a unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.18. Mao's Mean Cobbler is a delightful variation of our peach Tripel with vanilla, cinnamon, coconut, and milk sugar additions, delivering the classic flavors of a southern style peach cobbler baked fresh in grandma's kitchen. We have Junkyard Brewing American Cheat Codes New England Style Triple IPA. This beer comes in at a 10.2% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.22. This triple New England style IPA is loaded with 3 American cheater hop varieties: El Dorado, Citra, and Mosaic. We call these hops cheaters because they're just so dang good. These cheater hops produce a tropical nectar of mango and citrus, with some dank undertones creeping from the Mosaic. We have Untitled Art Sweet and Sour Orange IPA. This sour IPA comes in at a 7% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.02. A India Pale Ale brewed with orange concentrate. We have Anchorage Brewing's 10 Years. This barley wine comes in at a 15.5% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.62. A blend of several vintages of bourbon barrel-aged imperial stouts and barley wines, finished on coconut, Madagascar vanilla bean, cinnamon, and cocoa nibs. And we have Barrier Brewing's Deadly Combination with Mosaic and Strata. This New England IPA comes in at a 4.7% ABV, a unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.14. If you're not familiar with this incredible little series we have going on here, we combine 2 hops in all their glory using a triple hop variety of pellets, cryo, and incognito. We have another Anchorage, When You're Strange. This sour ale comes in at a 10% ABV, 8 unavailable IBUs, and gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.18. A sour ale with Brettanomyces aged in Chardonnay barrels for 18 months and rested on apricots for 4 months. And last, another Anchorage, Blessed. This Imperial Stout comes in at 14% ABV. 8 unavailable IBUs, it gets an average rating on Untapped of 4.77. Blessed is a blend of 1- and 3-year-old bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Stouts finished on tons of coconut and Madagascar vanilla beans. It tastes like if you took a waffle cone and filled it with bourbon-soaked German chocolate cake and drizzled it in burnt caramel. Well, that was my Tavour crate. Now, if you saw something that sounded really extremely interesting and you want to hear a review on it, let me know in the comments below. And if you're just curious of what I think of all those other ones, check out the social media links down below. I'll probably check in all of them on there. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Remember to hit like and subscribe. I mean, if you're already this far along into the video, you're probably going to want to keep watching more of them, so make sure to do those. Leave a comment in the description below. What's your biggest Tavour crate? Have you ever seen Tavour? And if you're looking for $10 off your first Tavour purchase, check out my promo code in the description. See you guys in the next one.